What's up, guys? What's up? What's going on? Can you guys hear me all right? Let me know in the chat if the audio levels are right. I can always adjust like the music or my volume if needed. Let's see who we got in the chat already. What's up? Audio is terrible. Thanks, Carrot. I'll fix it. Trust, I'll fix it. What's going on, Carrot? What's going on, Chris? Welcome to the stream. Zyvo, welcome. Khan says make a Roblox game for 15 seconds or cents next time. That's crazy. I didn't choose the price. Yo, what's up, Weird Blocks? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. What's the game about? So this is a game, I don't know if you tuned in last week. I streamed last week as well. Last weekend, we started progress on this cooking game for a game jam. This game has been in progress for 1 week. And it is with me and EBG. I don't know if you know him. He was on the stream last time. But yeah, today we are working. Yeah, we're gonna cook today. We're gonna cook on this one. And we're gonna make some more progress. And you, Carrot, bro. Okay, you're right. Carrot is such a big part of this game. Finally been waiting for this stream. W. Wait, why is Carrot not a mod? Did I do that on purpose? I thought Carrot was supposed to be mod. I don't know. Anyway, if you guys want to see the progress we've made, it's kind of crazy. Like, honestly, insane. The map is looking awesome. EBG did the map. So what's going to happen is... Oh, and then there's UI stuff. I'll show you in a little bit. It's a cooking game, but it's supposed to be like the most sophisticated cooking game on Roblox. So, you know, instead of just like clicking and dragging things, you actually got to cook the food. So yeah, let me turn on, actually I'm gonna save this. Let me put some patties on here and I'll just show you how it works. So, got a couple patties on the stove. They're both cold right now. You can see that if you hover over them. You can turn them on. We'll start cooking. While that's going, I'm gonna take the burger buns, throw them on the counter. Actually, these might be ready. Yeah, that one's ready to flip. So you grab the spatula and you like literally have to flip it, which is kind of cool. Take the knife and cut through the bread if it decides that it wants to cut. There we go. You take these guys off before they burn. Preferably you shouldn't throw them on the floor, but you know, I'm in a rush right now. So you also want to heat up the burger buns, of course. That one's already done. That one's done. Okay, and then when you're all done with that, you can start constructing it. I'm gonna move the knife out of the way because that's... So this is the wrapper. I don't know how like obvious that is, but it's gonna become a wrapper. And then yeah, you take the burger patties, you throw them on. I totally forgot to put the cheese on, so let me try again. You can put the tomato on. We still have to add like the pantry and the fridge because right now the food is just on the floor and that's not great. Let's see, let me throw the cheese on this one. There you go. You making a game for 1.5k or you donate it? I don't... Oh, do you mean the title? Yeah, so the 1.5k is literally the prize of the game jam. So if we win, then we would earn 1.5k. But there are like 500 people participating, so it's going to be a really challenging thing to win. Anyway, that's that. And then you can take your cooked food to the customers. We still have to script the customers. That's one of the things I might do today. And then you can also build. Here's a little preview of like the build mode. I still have to finish this as well, but you can, you know, move around, hop into appliances. Maybe you want to build another stove, and it's like it's pretty polished, in my opinion at least. Still have to make it actually placeable. That's the last thing to do for the build system. And then otherwise we gotta make customers and add some more food. So yeah, it's coming along nice. This is gonna win, if not gonna be top 3. I hope so. We'll see. We'll see. There are some really crazy games. We already saw some of the competition in the RoDevs Discord server. It's pretty intense. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead. What I wanted to start on, I know it's not like biggest priority, but I really want to add some sound effects, because I mean it's really needed. Like, yeah, anyway, let's just go ahead and do sound effects, and we'll move on after that. So first thing, we do some like clicking. Whoops. And yes, we are allowed to use free models for sound effects. Alright, let's see. Okay, hold on. This is weird. I haven't used this new toolbox. Oh, here we go. Audio. That could be used for something. I don't know what, but that sounds cool. Maybe some sort of UI thing. I don't know. Bad? What do you mean bad? That sound is bad? I think that's a cool sound. I don't even know if you guys... Can you guys hear this audio? Like, if I turn the volume up, can you hear it? Because right now I'm hunting for sound effects, and that'll be really boring if you guys can't hear that. What's up, Ryan? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for teaching me how to make a game. I made an obby, you teach me. That's awesome. Congratulations on making your first game. That's really cool. And I'm happy to help. Glad that it was helpful. That could be right. I don't know. Let's see. It's Sunday? Oh, it's still Saturday here in America, so my bad. Maybe switch is a better keyword, because I'm trying to find something for these switches. Aha, that's a good one. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna turn down, I'm gonna just pause this for a second because I want to hear what it sounds like once I add the sound. So sorry that the music is going off for a second. My apologies. Switch. Here we go. All right. Oh, we also probably want to. Hold on 1 second. I don't think this will slow down the code, but let's just spawn a new function. This will make it so that if, for whatever reason, this causes any sort of delay, it doesn't mess up the rest of the scripts. So, make sure I got utils. There we go. Let's just try one. All right. Are you gonna publish it? Yeah. So the plan is, I've actually talked to my builder about this. Our plan is to make it as polished as we can for the game jam, because I mean it's only gonna be a week, so we won't be able to add all the features that we want to. Ah, that's way better. Cool. But afterward, we will hopefully be able to update it, kind of fill in all the other features we wanted to add, and then publish it for everybody to watch. I'm sorry, watch. What am I saying? Play. That's the goal, at least. Why no formatting? What do you mean? This is totally formatted, bro. It's totally formatted. Oh, you mean this right here? I kind of group things that are separate. Maybe that's why it looks unformatted, but like these are different things. This is an attribute, this is a sound effect, this is positioning, and this is visual changing of the parts. So like I tend to drop lines and separate different parts of the code. Like this handles the actual appliance itself, these are the properties, things like that. Dunks on the grind. For real, for real. That's so much nicer just having that click right there. How long will you stream? Probably, I don't know, 1 or 2 hours, something like that. Be here for a little while. Okay, so the next thing that I need to figure out is the sizzle sound effect. And I'm not sure, like an oven or sorry, stovetop. Or like cooking. Is that Breath of the Wild? That's funny.
All offense, Mike.
I have no idea what that was. Bro. Okay, is this boring to watch? Should I switch to doing something else? Because I could totally just do sound effects later. We can get on to some actual scripting if you guys would prefer that. Let me check the trailer real quick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna check and see what was left. Okay, so the cooking system, obviously there's more to do because right now you can only make a burger. That's all you can make. We need a cashier system, day-night. We have the day-night system. Taxes, employees, restock, delivery. Okay. I think what we can do now is start working on some customers. Let's just do that. How do you actually add a character? Oh, here it is. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's make a customer, shall we? Oh. Guys, what do we want to name the customer? Help me give him a name. Just for now. We're gonna change the names later, but One? What do you mean one? Bob Robert. Alright, how about this? How about this? How about this? Let's add our customer handler. Okay. And then inside of here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just have customer names. Okay? And then let's just have some male and female names that the customers can be. I'm going to put Bob and Robert there. Does anybody have other names that I can fill this in with? Because it's just going to choose a random one. There we go. Poe, Johnny, I like it, I like it. Steve, Jack. There's a female. We got one, Jane. Do you guys have any other female names? Because right now, any female customers will just be Jane. Alexa, Charlotte. Piper? Yeah, that works. Okay, that should be enough to get started. All right. Let's give it a name as well. What do you think of the new classes, RFC and Luau? Actually, I'm looking this up right now. Wait. Yo, we have actual classes now? I just saw this. Wait. Oh, that's really cool. What? Let's see, class. Okay, so you can't use it yet. That's really cool, though. I had no idea that they were adding classes. That's cool. Yeah, that'll be really nice. Why use randomizer object instead of math.random? It's just, I don't know, in my opinion it gives it more randomness, because when you create a brand new random object, it has its own seed every time. So it's the way that random numbers are calculated. This, it really does the same thing, except that math.random 1 to 2 is a little bit less random than creating a new random object. So that's the only reason I would do that, though. I wish Roblox uses Python instead of Lua. I hate the colon and curly brackets. Yeah, that's fair. I've never really liked Python, to be honest. But I get why people do. Okay. So here's the deal. I need to figure out a way to... Basically, what needs to happen is I need to figure out a way to have the customers randomly pick an order. So, for example, they want a burger with cheese, onions, lettuce, and no tomato, right? But I also need it to check and make sure that they have the required materials. And in addition to that, if any other customers have ordered something like that, and it's being made already, those can't be counted as additional stock, right? Like if I only have one cheese and Bob comes and orders a cheeseburger, but while it's being made, Larry comes and orders a cheeseburger, that's a problem because the player literally can't fulfill that order. So the new UI, UI shadows, I think it's cool. Yeah, I think it's really cool. I have not messed with it, but I saw the dev forum post and it looks pretty cool. What's shadow? Where is that? Is it a beta feature? Might be a beta feature. I don't remember. Okay. Beta, yeah. Okay. That's kind of what I figured. Most of the time when they add these features, they roll it out with beta first. Is it easy to learn Python? Yeah, I think it's easy enough. If you are willing to put the hours into it to learn it, then Python is one of the easier languages to learn. Python or, I mean, Luau is super easy also. Python's syntax is so easy, that's true. That's true. Alright, I gotta get to work. I am so distracted. Okay. So we've got, let's see. I don't think they should start with any cheese, honestly. I think I'll just go ahead and throw that in there. Cheese stove, yeah, okay. They're just gonna start with burger buns and burger patty. Oh wait, no, this needs to be top bun. A bottom bun. And 5 patties, something like that. Or maybe even 4. Do you think 4 is good, or is 5 the right amount? This is how much they should start out with when the game starts. Customer's just gonna be staring out at you. Nice. Okay. Because what I'm trying to figure out right now is I've got right now the food is just on the floor because we don't have any counters or fridges or pantries or anything like that. At least I think. Okay, we have a fridge. But I need to talk to EVG on how that's going to work. So for now, I'm probably just going to have it spawn on the floor. What the game concept? It's a cooking game. I can show you in just a little bit when I play test it. Oh, whoops. What am I talking about? Whoops. Table don't spawn, right? What do you think of the Roblox Kids and Select things? I'm not a fan. Okay, actually I shouldn't say that. I think that it could be maybe a good idea for safety, but from a game dev standpoint, I think it's really gonna hurt game devs. That's just my opinion though. Sorry I'm late to the stream. No worries. Thanks for tuning in. How's it going? What is that? T-Man YouTube? How good is object-oriented programming in Lua or Luau? It's honestly, you have to kind of get around it because there's not a built-in way to do object-oriented programming. So it's kind of like a hacky workaround. But let me just pull up. Okay, so here's an example This is one that I have not filled in yet, but this is an example of a object or an object in Lua. It uses self, so like you can see this destroy function. It can access the self.trove that I set right here. So it just takes a little getting used to, but it's honestly not too bad. Yo, what's up, Leo Prime's Matrix? Welcome to the stream. It's been a long time. How you been? What is the game about? It is a cooking game. Give me just 1 second, and then I will show you guys a demo of the game. What's going on here? Expected this to be base part, but got instance. Oh. Are you gonna optimize your code when you're done and make it look better? What do you mean? Are you talking about the spacing? Because the code itself is actually pretty optimized. Compared to other languages... Wait, what? Oh, where did you learn to code? Mostly YouTube. YouTube, the dev forum, things like that. Alright, so we load the player. Okay, so after we load the player... Oh yeah, we also need to do... Oh, you know what I just realized? Okay, so... I have a special class, or not class, but a tag for if the parts come welded together. So, we want to make sure that we only do it for those parts. The majority of Roblox code usually doesn't need optimizing. I would say it doesn't. I mean, you still want to optimize it, in my opinion. as best you can. But I mean, it doesn't need to be a AAA game. Okay. See if that works. Give it a shot. Here we go. Let's turn around, and there's no code. Oh, what did I say? There's no code. There's no food. Burger, knife, spatula. Okay, did not get. Oh, I know. I know exactly why. I never called that function. I just wrote it. Alright. So, after we load their plot, which we do right here, and after we... Now we don't even need this, I don't think. I'll just make a note. Move later. Okay. Because we'll need to update this to include our tools as well. So, also, sorry, I will check the chat in like, I don't know, 2 minutes or so. I just need to finish one more thing. One more second, guys. Almost there. Where did that go? Oh. Name count. Okay, that's how I structured it. also add a string type equals interactable, because we have some things that are not interactable that are going to go in the inventory. So let me add that, and then I'll just take a pause and check the chat, because I see that there are some messages coming through as soon as I spawn the food. Plot handler spawn food player item dot name if item dot type is not equal to, whoops, this right here, then continue. All right. Okay. Let's see. For real, I'm fairly new to Roblox, Lua, and I don't find the syntax hard, but I do struggle with where to put scripts and stuff and what to have in the scripts. Yeah, so I definitely struggle with that too. It's really difficult when you're first learning. If you haven't already, I would 100% look into module scripts, because that's really once you... Oh man, it still didn't work. Index a nil with get. It's really once you start using modules and make your game modular that, you know, you start actually feeling like your game is organized. So for me, I have usually just one folder that contains all my client or shared modules. That's this right here, this folder of modules in replicated storage. And then I keep my server modules either in server storage or in server script service. And then I just have one script that initializes all the modules that I need to initialize. Let's see, what else? I usually have a config file for the server and the client. It just makes, you know, updating things super, super easy. So that way you can require these different values. What else? I recently have started using libraries. Would highly recommend that you look into some high quality libraries as well. For example, you know, Signal, Trove, Packet, Data Service. Any of these are great. That's kind of my recommendation, at least. Codebar, I'm a beginner, but I have some knowledge. Can you give me tips to get better? Yeah, so if you're still a beginner, my honest feedback would be to just make small projects. If you're a beginner, you're not going to be able to make a full, you know, front page game quite yet. Not saying that you won't get there. Absolutely, I think you can. But I would say start with smaller projects you know you can finish in, I don't know, a couple weeks or something like that. And then once you start getting comfortable with, you know, what I just talked about, things like modular systems and, you know, more organized code, then maybe you might want to take on whatever big project you're dreaming of, right? But in the beginning, at least, I would recommend starting with smaller projects. And I'm not saying you can't finish a game. Absolutely, you can finish a game. I would even recommend making games as you're learning. Just make sure they're smaller games as you start. Another thing, read code, like read good code, and try and figure out what's going on. So, you know, for example, any of these libraries that I have right now, if you were to just pick apart, like, let's say Signal, and you were able to just pick apart what's going on in this code, that will probably help a lot. And then maybe even you could try on your own to rescript something like this, right? That's an option. What kind of projects? Honestly, so I mean, it depends on where you are. That's why I'm struggling to give concrete examples, because beginner means a lot of different things. I would say, you know, something easy like a simulator, maybe a tycoon, or even I'm trying to think of what games are popular right now besides the brain rot games. Yeah, simulators, clicker games, things like that. Just something to kind of get your get some experience, and then you can start getting more advanced as you go. I don't know if that's good advice or not, but does uncopy locked games teach you? I mean, yeah, just like Blue said, it can, but you got to be careful with it. Also, if you find, like, this is an example of some well-written code. This library, who was this that wrote this? This guy right here? No, created the file. I don't know who wrote this. I forget. But anyway, if you find good code, then you can absolutely learn by reading and picking apart that code. If you find some bad code, not so much, right? It's probably not going to teach you anything. I see you doing data stores easily, and I struggle doing it. Can you give me tips on how to do it? Yeah, I would look up data service by Leaf. I started using that a little while ago, and it is just so much better than any other data service, data store, or whatever that I've used in the past. So look up data service by Leaf and check it out. Attempt an next node with get. Oh, I know. The slime RNG guy? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, he made a data system module that's just super easy to use. Yeah, it's way better than any other data store service I've ever used. So. Player. Oh, whoops. Whoops. That's weird. Player inventory is data handler dot get inventory player. That should be working. No way to get. Oh, of course. Nope, that's not it. Thought I figured it out. I'm gonna pull up the documentation real quick. Yeah, so get is just the player and then the path. So get player inventory. Just make sure that's right. Get inventory, yeah, and then I guess you can just print the inventory. Maybe there's something weird with what it's returning. How long did it take you to learn? I don't know, because I didn't. Oh, it's returning the. Never mind. Yeah, I don't really remember, because I did scripting for a while before I felt, comfortable making games. I've been doing Roblox scripting for like 7 years, I think. So I would say the first maybe 3 years, I was a really slow learner, like really, really slow. I would say the first 2 or 3 years, I was still beginner to intermediate. Honestly, I would say it's within the last 1 to 2 years that I got to, I don't know if I would say professional, but definitely better than I was. Alright, so for whatever reason, it's saying that it can't use a nil with get. So my guess is that for whatever reason, this player is not getting passed through properly. Let's see. Nope, that is not correct. Attempt to index nil with get. What on earth? I seriously don't understand. I was just like, just kind of glazing data service, and now it's not working for whatever reason. Okay, data handler init, data service init. That should be the first thing. Maybe it's not initialized. Data handler dot init, time handler market. Nope, that's the last thing to get initialized. This is great. Alright, let's flood my output for a second. Player store mock template, yep. You know what? Let's wait for data. Maybe it hasn't been initialized yet. Let's just try that. Oh, that was the problem. It hadn't been initialized yet. Look at that. All right. So all right, I'm just going to use that and it'll return template type. That's kind of strange. I did not expect it to be to take that long to initialize. Okay, initial data dot inventory. There we go. Check studio. Oh, well now it's not working again. Why is that? Attempt to iterate over a nil value. What? So what if I just, you know, this is not a great fix. It's not very optimized, I know, but what if we just get the inventory of the player, but before that we yield and wait for the initial data to be loaded. At least that'll let me keep working on the game. Check Studio API access. Yeah, I'm not quite ready for the for Roblox Studio to have API access anyway, so not really needed at this point. Almost forgot. We don't just want to loop through, we want to, yes, loop through all the items, but more importantly, we want to loop through the total count. And then spawn an item for every one of these counts. Is it dangerous in some way? Studio API access? No, it isn't. It's just that I'm waiting because I don't need it to save the data yet. I'll enable it once the data needs to be saved. Ah, there we go. Look at that. Oh, that's pretty cool. I just kind of want to mess with the default data at this point. There we go. Where did the chat overlay? Oh, good point. I forgot. I think I disabled it for recording. There you go. There's the chat overlay. Who made the UI? I did. Oh no, I forgot to put cheese on. Oh, I don't have any cheese. That's why. Alright, so there's their first burger. Now I need to make it, you know, able to wrap the burger. And that's about it. Same here, man. I've been scripting since 2018, and it's only now that I feel comfortable making a game that people will actually enjoy. Seriously. I don't know what it is about it, but it just takes so much time. Alright. There we go. So now we've got the plot that spawns in your food. We're going to have to update that later, because right now they're just on the floor, and that's kind of gross. Patty right there. Put these tools back also. There we go. Alright, what was I doing before this? I honestly don't remember. There was something I was working on, and I cannot remember for the life of me what it was. Is food spawning on the floor out of nowhere? Oh. Does anybody in the chat remember what I was working on? We spawn the food. Oh, the customer stuff. That's right, because I needed to check their inventory. Yeah, customers. Wrapping the burger is definitely a must, but I still need EBG to make the wrap model, so I should probably wait. Okay, let's go on to the customers. Customer handler. Whoops. What am I doing? I'm tired, you guys. Alright, so another thing I need to figure out is how often I should be spawning the customers. Because right now, I mean, what I could do is I could have it every second check, you know, some random % chance that a new customer spawns in. But, you know, it's more... our thought, at least when I talked to EBG about it, is that it is more likely to spawn, and it'll actually spawn more customers during rush hours. So, like, you know, during lunchtime and during dinner. I don't know if you guys saw, but up in the top left, there's some UI up there that shows the time of day, 7:15 right now. So, like, right now would probably be a rush hour for dinner, right? Maybe toward the end of the rush hour. What's up, customer? So anyway, that was the thought. So should I check that every second then? I feel like that might be the way to go. And then here's another question. So obviously each customer is going to have its own order, but so what I'm wondering is, should the spawn rate is in the server config, change it based on the time? Yeah, that's my thought. But what I'm wondering is, like, what about, okay, how about this? There are probably at some point, I doubt we're going to get it done before the game jam is over, but we're going to add multiplayer to this game where everybody gets their own restaurant, right? So should the customers spawn at the same amount of time for every player? Like, you know, if the server decides, hey, it's time to spawn a customer, do all the restaurants get the customer? Or is it a random chance for every separate restaurant? Because that would change the way I script it right now. Should everyone in the server receive the same customer or not? Or I guess not the same customer. They would have different orders, but should they all have a customer at the same time? I'm feeling like probably not, but I don't know. Different? No? Okay. There we go. That answers the question. Thank you, guys. Okay, so customers, some of the config stuff. Let's just say, let's go ahead and grab our rush hours. Rush hours are going to be, let's see, starts from, I don't know, when's breakfast for most people? Like 8 to 9? And then this would be lunch. Starts 12 to 1, probably. Maybe 1:30. Oh, wait. And then dinner would start... I feel like people eat dinner at so many different times. Like, it could honestly be from 5 to 8. Whoops. What am I doing? Starts 16 to 18. So 16 would be 4. So probably, yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. So like maybe 19.5. So like 5 to 7:30 is. And then do we have another, like, midnight rush hour? Just kind of for fun? End should be an array. That's a good point. So, like, there's a little bit of randomization. We could even do starts and ends. Well, maybe just starts. I don't know. Something between You know what? How about we do it like this? I'm feeling a little fancy about this, so let's try this. Between 7 and 8:30 in the morning is when it's going to start. And it'll end between 9 and 10. Some random time every single time it'll be different. So lunch would be, whoops, what did I have? 12, somewhere between 11:30 and 12:30. And then ends between, I don't know, 1 and 2. How about 1 and 2? Oops. I'm gonna say between 7 and 9 it can close, or the rush hour can end. A restaurant game? Yep. Yeah, it's a cooking game. You making your own game as you watch this? That's awesome. 1 a.m. Wow, that's crazy. No problem, Chunk Berries. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Alright, so a little bit more to do. So, these are our rush hours. I think I'm going to do the same kind of thing. For, let's see. Do you ever use AI for coding, and would you ever use it? I personally don't. I prefer to make my own code. It's just, my preference. Plus, it's one of the rules for this game jam is that you can't use AI, so it really doesn't matter anyway. Comments are a bit delayed, but cool that you're listening to us. You're the best YT. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Should make a mini game for cooking, like chopping. It should be checking at a certain time or clicking at a certain time. Yeah, that was our hope. It's honestly just gonna be a matter of if we can get it done before the game jam ends. But if not, then we can definitely do that later on as an update. All right. All right. This is gonna return a number. Actually, let's say should spawn, this will return a boolean. Oh, you know what? I just realized something. I just realized if I have these as functions, and I call them every time, it's just gonna return a new rush hour every time I call this. So what I should probably do is at the start of each day, I should determine the rush hours and then cache them. And we should be able to do that in here. Today's rush hours. So this is going to be a table of starts, number, ends, number. Yo, what's up, Zionic? Welcome to the stream, man. How you doing? Good to see you in here. What's the best way to learn scripting? I would say YouTube. That's how I learned, at least. YouTube. Also, use the dev forum and read good code. Oops. Today's rush hours, we're gonna add a new one. Starts equals to rush hour dot starts, ends rush hour, oops, equals rush hour dot ends. Oh, there's gonna be a table of those. There we go. There we go. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add in the chance of spawning normally. So normal customer spawn chance equals, if it's every second, I'm gonna say 1 in 5. Maybe that's too much. 1 in 15. Rush hour customer spawn chance equals to, let's say 5. Something like that. Alright. Oh man. Where is my... Oh, whoops. No, rush hour starts and the clock time is less than rush hour ends. Then break. Rush hour. So if it's rush hour, we want to use the configs rush hour, or we'll just use spawn chance normal. There we go. So I think this should work. I don't know if this is the best way to do random customer generation or not, but basically what this is saying, wait, what? Oh, whoops. Is rush hour. That's what I meant to say. Is rush hour. So basically what this is saying is, all right, if it's a rush hour, then we'll check random number between 1 and the rush hour spawn chance. And if it is equal to that highest number, then we'll return true. Otherwise, we'll return false. And if it's not a rush hour, it'll just use the normal spawn chance. So, let's just try this. This is a folder. Alright, here's what we're going to do. This is putting together pretty much everything we made on stream. Let's see if this works. Every second it should have a chance of spawning. Oh, I forgot to initialize the server. Hold on. Yo, also, quick question. Where is it? Get sync tone day. Rush hour. Should it be the same server-wide? That would be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool. What if we do that? Let's just pass in the seed. Say, local seed equals to time handler dot get current day seed. Like that, okay? And then let's see, today's seed. Hold on, I'm trying to think. Sorry, I'll check the chat in 1 second. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, this is annoying. There we go. Okay, so this is something I implemented another day. This seed that it generates, that seed is the same across every single server. So, in theory, what that means is that because the code should execute in the same time, it should use that seed for every server, meaning that all of the rush hours will be synced across every single server. Which is kind of cool, in my opinion. Let's just try it, though. I really don't know if it'll work or not. Module loader, customer handler .init. All right. Let's see. Alrighty. So, just wait. Okay, yeah, there we go. We got a customer spawned in. Her name is Piper. Piper just spawned in. See if we get any more. Oh yeah, here's another customer. Poe just spawned in. Jane just spawned in. Look at that, it's working. It's working. I also do want to print. This will be the moment of truth, you guys. If I print the rush hours. Let's see. Restaurant. No, customer handler. When I initialize it, I'm just going to go ahead and print the today's rush hours. Here's the moment of truth. If it prints. Alright, what are our start and end times? Okay, can you guys remember this? Maybe? 9, 8, 13, 12, 20, 17. Try to remember that. If I pause the game, and rejoin because it's the same day. It's the same day. It should be the same exact rush hours. Yep, 9, 8, 13, 12, 20, 17. There we go. That means that they're synced server-wide. Because I just booted up 2 different servers and they had the same exact rush hours. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Alright, so the next thing to do is to actually spawn the customers and make them walk up to a window. Be like, hey, I want something to eat. And you gotta get them food. Oh, you know what? That's a lie. We need to first check to make sure that that player can actually afford to feed the customer. In other words, we need to check and make sure that that player has enough supplies to make a meal. And that's kind of going to be a pain to script. Let me think about that. Now I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do that. Alright, this is gonna make sure that it's actually working. Here we go. Alright. So if that real customer, it's gonna be customers. Oh man. Assets. Alright. What the heck? Oh wait. You know what? Let's not even do that. Oh, what am I? Alright, let's see if this works, you guys. Dot name equals to self.name. And we will just go ahead and say we're going to pivot it to, where's the center of the world? We're going to pivot it right here to the customer spawn. I'm going to just do this as a temporary thing because I need somewhere to spawn it. He's locked in. Sorry. I apologize for not checking the chat. Just one moment. Alright, here we go. Customer model dot parent is the workspace. This isn't how it's gonna work, but I just want to see if this does it or not. Humanoid walk. Oh, move to workspace. Customer walk to. Whoops. Alright, this right here, for those of you who are paying attention to the code, just ignore this because this is not permanent. That's just a temporary thing, just so I can test the system. Alright, let's wait for a customer. See if they show up. There's one of them. What's up, Charlotte? So we should be entering rush hour pretty soon. Let me see. Customer handler. Our lunch rush hour is from 12.1. Oh, look, there's another one. Piper. Alright, so it's rush hour, so we should have a lot more customers. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Bro. That might be too many customers. That's insane. Bro, that's crazy. Yo, what is... Why did they just decide to stop walking here? Are you serious? Alright, so rush hour is over. Do you guys think this is too many customers for rush hour? Maybe. Might be too much. Alright, sorry about the delay, folks. Back at it though. Alright, so the next thing to do is to make a table for the orders because, well, we need to make sure that the customers can actually order something. That's kind of the whole idea of having customers. So, let's see. I guess my thought process is we'll include a table, or sorry, dictionary with all the different orders, and then in that will be, you know, let's just say necessary. Necessary is going to be, wait a second. Yeah, I guess we can do this. So, necessary will be top bun, the bottom bun, and patty. That's what's necessary for the burger, right? But we're also going to include add-ons. And then for each of these, gosh, I'm going to have to create a type for this. So, orders. Alright, type orders, type. Alright, so this is the order. It's going to have necessary, which is a table of strings. Let's export this. So we have our necessary, we have our add-ons. Let's see. So that's probably going to be a table of tables. Or dictionaries, I should say. So we have our name being the string, minimum. No, that'll just go in necessary. So, necessary, I think, should also be a table of ingredients. So, like, if we do this, we should say, yeah, name, top bun, minimum. Why is that not showing it? Oh, maximum. It's going to be a number as well. Maximum is 1. Right? There's never a time where you would need more than one of these. In fact, I don't even think we need a max for these. Alright, so the burger. Necessary, a top bun, a bottom bun, and a patty, one of each. Now, add-ons would be name, patty, minimum. In this case, it's 0 because we've already got, yeah, so the necessary food is going to have a minimum. The ingredients, okay, hold on. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Necessary, this is going to have our minimum, and then our add-on ingredients is going to have the maximum. Real welcome to the stream. What's going on? Dev All Day 7 is for a jam. I'm assuming you're asking if this is for a jam. Yes, this is for a game jam, the Rodevs game jam. What's up, not SCB? Welcome to the stream. Alright, add on. Alright, so here, patty maximum is going to be 4. Yo, not SCB with a $2 donation. Thank you so much for the dono, bro. Appreciate it. Okay, show me the game so far. All right, bet here. Patty. Okay, sure. I'll show you. So, there's a lot to be done. Just so you know, it's very much in progress. But here's the gist of the game so far. We've got another week to make it, so a little less than a week. So you got your ingredients, right? It's supposed to be like the most sophisticated cooking game on Roblox. You can pick things up kind of like cook burgers. But yeah, you can throw it on here. Oh, a customer just spawned in. That's great. You throw it on the stovetop. Put it on here too. You're gonna hit start. These start cooking. You can see how long it'll take. You're gonna need a bun, of course, because it's a burger. So let's go ahead and... Alright, so these are ready to flip. You grab your flip thing, your spatula, flip them over. They're cooking on the other side now. If you want cheese, you would add cheese then. You can grab your knife, cut through the bread, put the bread on, and these are going to burn, so you got to take them off. And we will have a counter, just by the way. So right now, I'm just throwing them on the floor, which is gross, but... You know, it's fine. And then, yeah, you just build the burger over here. Put it on the wrapper. Put the top bun on. And that's pretty much it. That's what we've got so far. So, yep. Oh, and then we've also got a rudimentary building system. So this is the... I'm really liking how this is turning out. This is the placement system. So you can see, like... You can kind of see your restaurant still, but it lets you kind of move through. Say I wanted to place another oven. Well, once we have it fully scripted, you can. Right now it still isn't able to place, but that's in progress as well. So, yeah. That's kind of it for now. A lot to do. Can you enter? I don't know. It's not my game jam. It is hosted by Rodevs. So if you want, go check out the Rodevs Discord server and just see if you can still join. I'm not too sure. All right, orders. Let's hop back in here. Our add-ons to our burger. You can add up to 3 patties. Patty, lettuce. I don't know why you would want 2, but we'll just say 2. You can have up to 2 lettuces. Tomato. That's gonna be 2 as well, I suppose. Onions. You can say, let's say up to 2 as well. That seems about right. All right, and then we're also going to have... What do we call it? I don't know if that would be called... Wouldn't be called like a mutation, but what would it be called if... I guess variants? Variants... necessary... Name... String... Necessary... Okay... Okay, so now let's go ahead and get rid of this and let's make a variant, shall we? Variants. It's actually going to be an array of these objects. What type of game? It is a cooking game. It's supposed to be like the best cooking game on Roblox because there are a few out there, but I don't know, in my opinion, they're not all that fun. Alright, so variants. Here we go. Actually, instead of having a name property, why don't I just say, you know, string is equal to this. Something like that. That seems better. Necessary add-ons like that. Okay, so like, for example, how long is the stream gonna last? Probably only another, I don't know, 20 minutes maybe. Been streaming for a little while. Alright, cheeseburger. This is one of the variants where there's not really any extra add-ons, but there is an extra, oh, hold on, necessary, and I'm just gonna do this. Alright, so a variant would be the cheeseburger where we have a necessary of cheese, obviously. Cheese. And then add-ons, I guess, would just be extra cheese. Is it like barbecue it? I don't know. I've actually never played that one.
Would you guys play it coming out 30th May?
Yo, 5. I don't even know. Is that euros? But thank you so much for the donation, Abo. He said Steel and Abo is gonna crush it. Would you guys play it coming out 30th of May? Let me know. Why don't you send me a link in Discord to the game and I'll check it out. Jeez. Okay. There's another thing here on our add-ons. Let's see, add-on ingredient. Let's see, cannot surpass is going to be an optional string argument. Or maybe a table of strings. Like that. So what I'm thinking with that is, you know, cannot surpass. It cannot surpass any patties. So like if there are 2 patties, even though there's a max of 3 cheese, you can only have 2 cheese because it needs to match the patty count. It can be less, but it cannot surpass the patties, if that makes sense. My user on Discord, please DM me. Here, let me send mine real quick. Yeah, if you want to shoot me a DM on my Cobra29, that's my username. Feel free to do that. Cannot surpass. Okay. Let's make another variant. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to choose the variants yet. But either way, let's just make another one. Bacon burger. Necessary. We're going to add on let's include, whoops. Wait a second. Just realized I did this wrong. Like that. There we go. Getting kind of complicated. Alright, so for the bacon burger, we have a necessary of bacon, at least 1 bacon. And then as add-ons, you can add extra bacon. maybe let's just say there's, I don't know, 3 bacons that they can add. Something like that. Alright, so there's our burger with 2 variants. We have necessary, we have add-ons, we have variants. Okay, so the next thing to do is to actually script it so that they can see those settings and actually choose what they want to order, which is cool. Let's also yo, Abo, thank you for another dono. The €5 dono. May I see this game of yours? And I sent you a friend request. Awesome. So I don't do friend requests, but if you want to send me a DM, you're more than welcome to. If you are in, let's see. Yeah, if you're in my Discord server, it should let you send me a DM, even though we're not friends on Discord. And yes, you can absolutely see the game. Give me just 1 second, because I want to add just this real fast. Primary, boom, and then let's tab the burger. Okay, because they're gonna be able to add a primary, they're gonna be able to add a secondary, such as, you know, fries. They're gonna have 1 primary, 1 or 2 secondaries, and then a dessert. And then orders type, primary equals to a table of this. Oops. Oops. Something like that. That should work. I don't know how this is going to work yet with the secondary and dessert, so we can just ignore that. Okay, so you asked to see the game, Abo. Yes, you can see it. I'll go ahead and play real fast. Alright, so this is the game that's currently in progress. Where's that light coming from? Oh, it's that right there. Probably want to make this neon. Okay, so yeah, you get customers. This is what I'm working on right now, is scripting the actual customer service. Right now it looks atrocious because it's still in progress. But yeah, you get to, you know, you have your food. This is all going to be in fridges and pantries and things like that. But you got your food. You can move them onto the grill like so. Turn it on. You know, you got your tools, like your spatula and your knife. You're going to need a bun for this one, so I'm going to drag the bun over. This is a burger wrapper. It's kind of glitching through the counter, but... Alright, so you can see this is yellow. We can go ahead and flip patties. There we go. And then I can go ahead and cut the burger, or the burger buns. Looks good. Let me throw the patties on here because I don't want them to burn. Which they actually will burn if you leave them on the oven. Now I need to heat up the burger buns. That's another thing. So let me get those heated up. This one's ready to go. Throw it on the counter. And that one's ready to go. So we can start constructing the burger now. We've got our burger right here. Let's throw a patty on top and let's put the top bun. And there is a burger. And we're going to be able to give it to customers. That's the next thing that we're working on. So, yeah, that's kind of it. There's a lot. Oh, and I almost forgot. There's a build system that's also in progress. Here you go. Here's the build. It's like a free-form sandbox sort of building system. So you can, you know, take your stove, place it. I still have to make it actually placeable, but, you know, the actual system is here and in place. So, yeah. Cool. Yo, another donation. Dude, another $5. Thank you so much. Sent you DM. Love to buy the game. Sweet. I will have to talk to my builder because we own the game 50-50. At this point in time, I don't know that we're selling this game. But shoot me an offer and my builder and I will talk about it. Thank you again for the donations. Really appreciate that. Okay. What left? Customer. Alright. Let's do our make order. Okay, so we have our entire order system, or sorry, not order system, but our order like config here. This is like all mapped out. And now I just need to figure out a way to let them choose their order. And then it's going to fill in the necessary ingredients. And then it'll look through all the add-ons and decide which add-ons it wants to include. And then also it may choose a variant depending on this.
No need to say thank you. You can repay me by searching Ibo up and showing streams.
Yo, another $10 dono? Dude, thank you so much. No need to say thank you. Just show Abo. Search up Abo on stream and showing stream. Wait, are you streaming right now? Is that what you're saying? Oh, I see. Alright, here you go. Wait, so you don't want me to... Do you want me to show? Here. I think that's what you meant, right? Here you go. Boom. There you are. Thank you very much for the donations. Appreciate that a lot. Okay. Search up a pic of Abo. I'm gonna maybe do that off stream just in case it is not family friendly. Need to make sure that the game stays family friendly for everyone. Or sorry, the stream. Alright. Let's go ahead and require the orders. Okay, so local selected primary. It's gonna be orders.primary. Alright, let's just make a new randomizer. Oh, interesting. Yeah, you're right. This right here. Huh. It's made by Sony. Interesting. I've never even heard of that before. Yo, another donation. Dude, thank you so much. That's awesome.
Dog made by Sony.
Thank you very much for the donations. I appreciate that a lot. It's $3,000? What? That's insane. Well, maybe it's not. I don't know what it's worth, but I'm gonna go to sleep. It's 2 a.m. No problem. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. I'm almost done for today anyway, so. Alright. Randomizer. Call on next integer 1 number of orders.primary. Alright. Selected primary dot. Okay, there we go. So this is. Wait, what? Oh, I know. I know exactly why. Alright, local random is going to be this.
Look how much it cost at the IBO web and show us.
Let's see. We're gonna loop through orders dot primary. Oh, interesting. Okay, so now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably gonna be a lot easier if we just change this to an array. Let me do that real fast. Yo, thank you, Ava. Thank you so much for another donation. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Look up how much it costs. Let's see, Sony. Yeah, that's crazy. You're right. It is three grand. There you go. That's pretty crazy. Nuts. Okay, so instead of this burger thing, I'm just gonna say name equals a burger. Also, maybe we'll say class equals to burger. Let's do that. All right, so class is gonna be of type string. You have 2 of those? Dang, that's insane. They look cool though. $6 grand, yeah, that's crazy. Very cool though. All right. So we have our class being burger. Let's also just add a name for the sake of my sanity. All right. So we've got our order. Boom. Random. All right, we've got the name. Perfect. So, random order. Okay, so primary local my order equals to this. Okay, so I know for sure that it's gonna require all the required ingredients plus some extra chances. So yeah, okay, let's try this. All right, so that's the name and the minimum. Item.minimum due. We're going to insert into my order the item's name. The first one that came out was in 1999. Is that right? 6 older models. That's really cool. All right. So we're also going to loop through all the ingredients. Add-on in primary.addons do. There we go. Okay. Okay. All right. So repeat until not extra. Wait, what am I doing? I'll just say, all right, I think we need a for loop to loop through the maximum. Local add-on equals to random.new. Oh wait, hold on. Randomizer. Next integer 1 to, let's just say 2 times I equals 2 times I. Add-on, then else break. That should work. insert my order add-on dot add. Oh. Should add on. Nerd Roblox dev, welcome. Am here. Welcome to the stream. Table insert my order add-on name. Cool. And then the next thing would be to choose whether or not it's going to get a variant. Add cheese. Yeah, so there's a cheeseburger right here. Dino says, I hope you're doing well. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm doing great. How are you doing? Because unlike other people, you see me. Yeah, of course. Happy to interact with you guys. I will say that while I'm coding, I don't read the messages in the chat just because I need to lock in sometimes, but I do try when I have the time to read the chat. Hope you have fun making it. Thank you very much. If you sold the game, how much would you make it? I honestly don't know. I think that my builder and I would probably... Yeah, I think my builder and I probably want to finish this one out on our own. My guess is that we won't sell this one. Alright, primary add-ons. Alright, I'm for now just gonna say print my order. Because I need to even see if this is working. Alright. Devs, make me a Burger King. Oh man. Thank you, appreciate it. What was I testing? Oh, yeah. So let's see the order. Top bun, bottom bun, patty, patty, tomato, tomato. Ah, that's weird. Okay, I guess it wanted 2 tomatoes. Top bun, bottom bun, patty, tomato, onion. That's a much more normal order. Top bun, bottom bun, patty, lettuce. There we go. Top bun, bottom bun, patty, patty, onion. Alright, cool. So I need a script variant still. That might take some time. Alright. So my thought is that I will probably have the variants. Yeah, okay, so local is variant equals randomizer on next integer. Let's just say a 1 in 3 chance. So there's a 1 in 3 chance of it being a variant. If is variant, then we will loop through the variants in primary.variants. Alright. Okay. So if not chosen, so if we have a chosen variant, then, oops. Alright, I'm not too sure if this is gonna work yet. We'll see. Fill add-ons, variant add-ons. Add-on ingredient. That should work. Oh, I see what it is. Alright, let's see if this works. Not too sure, but let's just print my order. How do you find these tournaments? This one was on the RoDev's Discord server. Ooh. Wait, what? That's super weird. Oh. No, it's not. I forgot a comma. Got nil. What do you mean got nil? Customer, oops, orders. Add-ons, maximum. Oh. There should be, yeah, necessary. Maximum, that's why. Alright. Let's see. Alright, so this customer ordered a burger class, just a burger, with the ingredients of top bun, bottom bun, patty, lettuce and onion. He wants, or who is this? This was Piper. Piper wants a triple stack, you guys. That's crazy. Variant, nothing. Alright, I'm looking for one that has a variant. Nobody has ordered a variant yet. Let's see. I'm gonna clear this. Alright, let's see. Maybe this one. Variant bacon burger, look at that. So class, this burger includes a top bun, a bottom bun, 1, 2, 3 patties, an onion, 4 cheeses. We're gonna have to fix that because there's 3 patties, and bacon. That is one burger, you guys. That is a massive burger. The buns, patty, onion, cheese, bacon. Alright, cool. The last thing I'll do for now, and then I'm gonna hop off, is make sure that there are, because we set some maximums if we check the orders. you know, we set this cannot surpass variable. So the last thing I want to check is any of these to make sure that the ingredients are not surpassing the, you know, like if there's 4 cheeses and 3 patties, we specifically said the cheese cannot surpass the patty. So how would we do that? Let's think for a second. I think what I want to do is include just a little variable to keep track. So local cannot surpass is going to equal this. Man, this is getting confusing. String equals string. Oops. Fill necessary. Alright, here we go. If add-on dot cannot surpass, then cannot surpass add-on dot name equals to add-on dot cannot surpass. Alright, so now we loop through all of our cached add-on surpasses. Ooh. Table dot. Let's see. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna redo part of this. This ingredients is gonna be kind of the same format here. So here where we just insert it directly into the ingredients, let's just say if my order.ingredients item.name, then my order.ingredients item.name plus equals 1. This is actually going to be a number. Else my order.ingredients item.name equals 1. And we'll just do this same exact thing here. But this is called add-on this time. So now when we loop through all of these cannot surpass, this is going to be a string of strings. For underscore comma item in CS do. Oh, for clamp item, I guess. Item is a string. Clamp item. Oh, hold on. Man, this is getting confusing. For underscore comma item. Okay, so we loop through all that, we find the items, and we just check lamp item. Okay, hold on. Item is greater than my order ingredients clamp item, then say my order dot ingredients clamp item equals my order dot ingredients item. In theory, that would work. Let's just give it a test, and then that'll be it. Can you give me admin in your game? We'll see. Alright, there we go. So here we have an order. Let's just make sure it worked. No variant. Ingredients. It's 1 bottom bun, 1 patty, 2 tomatoes, 2 top bun. Okay. So far, so good. Variant. Cheeseburger. Here we go. This should work. Okay, so cheese is 1. Patty is 1. I mean, it looks like it's working, but I guess I couldn't say for sure. Let's see. Cheeseburger. 4 cheese. Okay, so it's clearly not working. 4 cheese and 1 patty. What on earth? It should have seen, hey, there's 1 patty, so change cheese to only be 1 as well. So, okay, cannot surpass. Where did we do that? If add-on cannot surpass. Let me just double check how I formatted that. Cannot surpass the patty, yes. So, we say, alright. If you cannot surpass, then cannot surpass add-on.name, so like cheese, equals to add-on.cannot surpass, which should be a table of strings. Yes. For clamp items, yes, and cannot surpass too. Let's just print cannot surpass. Cannot surpass is just an empty table. I don't know. Oh, that means that it printed this. So cheese is patty. Cheese is 3, patty is 3. Cheese patty. Class burger. See, patty is 2, cheese is 2. So maybe it's working now? Let's see. Cheese is patty. Ingredients. 3 patty, 3 cheese. It looks like it's working. It's not surpassing the amount of patties in cheese. Oh my gosh. It's way too many customers. That's crazy. Yo, Fedora, welcome. Hope you win, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. We'll see. Not too sure yet, but we'll see. I think the biggest thing is whether we can finish the game on time, because it's due, I believe, on Thursday. Alright, well I think it's working. I will have to check further. Oh, there's a bunch of customers that just ordered. Class burger. Let's see, cheese. Let's check again. Cheese is 2. Patty is 1. No, it's not working. Cheese, patty. Why did that not work? It's literally... What? So we loop through all the clamp items. We say cheese has this table, and we loop through that, and we say if the ingredients of that item. Oh, other way around. That's why. Wrong way. So if the clamp item, so like if like for example the cheese were greater than the patty count, then we want to clamp it. There we go. Okay, that should work. Alright. And we'll just say self.order equals my order. Print self.order. Thank you for giving me admin in your game. Hey, I didn't say you could have admin. Alright. I think that's gonna be all for today. Or at least until late this evening, because I've got stuff to do. And it's at least a good start. We have the customers that can order, and they can order variants as well. So, I mean, it's a good start. And the next thing I'll have to do, just have to put on my list to do, is make sure that the player actually has the items first before they order. Yeah, that's probably next. I'll have to check and see if the player has the right ingredients to make that order. If not, remove anything that it doesn't have, and not let it order anything that it doesn't have. And I think that's it. And then probably just destroy the customer if there's not enough. All right, I think that's gonna be all though, because I've got some stuff to do. But yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you so much for watching, and I will try to stream again soon. So just keep an eye out for that, and also keep an eye out for the next video. Next video? What? Next video? Yeah, so there's going to be a new video coming out very soon. It's basically as soon as the game jam is over, I'm going to take all of this and turn it into a video for you guys. So, yeah. Alright, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.